This was how I coped with having psoriasis, living with skin that looks like that. First, I needed to accept the fact that I have it. This was an important step. It may take you a while. Personally, I took a really long time, but eventually I got used to it after going through many remissions and relapse cycles. Once I got through this acceptance phase, it is more about figuring out how to live a life around it. During my first few years of having psoriasis, I hardly went out. If I had a choice, I would stay at home. And that became mentally draining over time. The more I stayed at home, the more I kept thinking about how bad my life is, and that's not very healthy. So some of the more effective ways I found in order to live with psoriasis is to engage in more outdoor activities. During the peak of my flare-up, I made it a point to go out cycling 2 to 3 times a week. If it's on the weekdays, this will be a short session of about 10 to 20k, either before or after work, and on the weekends, I will go further. I tend to start the day very early during this time because it's a lot more peaceful, and occasionally I get to watch beautiful sunrises or, when the conditions are perfect, mist and rainbows. If I come across any fitness corners, I will do some basic exercises as well. I bring my camera around when I'm cycling so I can record footages for these videos, and it's a great tool for photography as well. Doing all this, I can spend many hours outdoors and it's enjoyable for me. If cycling is not something you like, I think running or even just walking is fine. It can get slightly uncomfortable after sweating, some itch might happen, but I think it's also something you slowly get used to. Now, if you're not an outdoorsy person, you can also consider doing things indoors. I like to build model kits, Gundams specifically. That will take up a lot of your time and money, but you will forget about psoriasis for a while. The important thing here isn't the type of activity, but rather taking back control over your life and not let it revolve around psoriasis. Achieving this, you will start feeling better.